Hey, hi. Hey, hey, hi.
Hi,
I'm
how are
Dee.
you? I'm Lish.
And this is
Allow
Allow
It.
It. Welcome back,
Allow It.
everybody. Thank you so much for the support on last week's video.
I know.
I thought it was a really good episode because, of course, we're talking about women's rights and what we deserve as women. And then, of course, we had a little bit of humor in there as well, which always helps to sort of
Exactly.
set the tone of the mood instead of it being so somber.
I would always say laughing through.
Laughing through the pain,
Yeah.
exactly. I must speak on one point though, just going back to last week really quickly. Rebecca's other half, the ex-boyfriend, eventually has died
Oh,
in
yes.
hospital. So karma.
So I saw you in the comments. Checkmate.
Yes. Checkmate.
One thing I'ma see is you and your brother in those
You
comments.
saw me in the comments, right?
I be seeing you and your brother in
checkmate.
those comments.
Checkmate. That's all I have to. That's all I have to say on that. Moving on swiftly. Exactly. It's been a manic week already, and we only in the middle of it. Yeah,
Man.
only in the middle of it. But good things to come. Onwards and upwards. What
Yes.
is your fit saying,
Oh,
Alicia?
my fit is saying that
Run DMC.
I do the school run.
Yes.
Run DMC.
Yes.
And it just be like that. That's
And
what the fit
warm.
is saying.
Ex-
Warm. I don't want to be too warm, but I also don't want to be too hot.
Just warm enough.
Just warm enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But still giving.
Very cozy.
Very cozy.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And just in case you bump into anybody.
Just in case, don't want to walk out with your pajamas
Exactly.
on. So you still need a happy medium.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
You're very corporate, babe.
I'm giving what is it? I'm sticking to our smart casual that we had last week. But I had meetings this morning, so I had to be giving serious. She knows what
Serious,
she's
yeah.
talking about type of job. These are obviously not part of it, but yeah, the usual Zara blazer. I've got hundreds of these in different colors, and I love them all, and I will never give any of them up. But finally, I've never in my life, actually, maybe when I was 6 and I didn't have blazers then, I've never been able to button a blazer all the way
Not
through.
6.
When I was 6, I had abs. as
Wow.
well.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
you did say that. You did say.
I had
you did
abs
say
when
you had
I was
abs.
6, and you could see the bones here as well when I was 6. Yeah, I was.
Wow, you were really athletic at 6.
I was extremely
Wow.
athletic.
Wowzers.
Shekari's got nothing on me when I was 6. I'll tell you that now. All that little running, dunning that she's doing, that's nothing. That's nothing.
Comparison.
Nothing in comparison. I was definitely the fastest woman in the world.
Oh
I'll
my
tell you that
gosh.
now.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Anything exciting happening this weekend?
Wow, what is happening this weekend?
We're going to Everyday People.
Everyday
Reluctantly,
People.
but we're still going. Reluctantly is the word.
I don't know where
really.
the energy nor the time is
coming from, but we've got a couple of things to celebrate our lives, especially.
Yes.
And getting through the week. So we're just gonna go through it anyway and go see our friends. Most probably we're gonna bump into a couple of people.
Most likely.
But I've always said that just going there brings me such joy, seeing a whole bunch of brown people in one place looking beautiful.
Of course.
And luscious and glistening, and us all dancing.
I always
brings me
wonder,
such
where
good
are all
joy.
these
I
people
don't
at
know where they are.
during like
I don't know where they are. I didn't see none of them on my way here.
I never
Maybe
bumped
you,
into these people though.
Because obviously you're closer to
yeah, I
Central
mean,
London.
but I don't ever bump into
This the creative vibe, the
very
fashion
weird.
guys. It's just like genuinely when I go there, I'm like, where do these people live?
I wonder. They don't
Where
live near
are
me.
they on a daily? They definitely don't live near me. That's for sure. Unfortunately for me, yeah,
No.
they definitely don't live near me.
No.
Exactly.
They don't work near me either, but yeah.
No,
It's all right.
It's not okay.
Better for me. Stay out of trouble.
Stay out of trouble is it.
Better for me. So it's all right.
The least amount of debauchery, the better. We're turning into
Exactly.
Delilahs.
Yeah, no, exactly. We don't need that.
No, we don't want to tap into our Jezebel phase. Exactly. What we got to talk about this week, Lish?
So I've actually been wanting to talk about it for a while.
Yeah, go on.
So I want to talk about relationship clickbaits.
Okay.
So obviously people that use their relationship to clickbait. And also, I don't believe it is true, but I'm interested in getting your views on it. There was a viral clip that I think maybe, was it a couple of months ago? I can't even remember. But a couple was doing a destination wedding and they sent out RSVPs, but they wanted their guests to pay to attend their wedding. And
Right.
of course, they were in an uproar because nobody RSVP'd for the wedding.
Of course.
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody RSVP'd for the wedding. So they were upset and basically saying, how are they in the wrong to charge people to come and celebrate their union and eat and, party with them, like enjoyment for free.
Yeah.
You guys should have to
You
pay
have
for that.
to enjoy.
Yeah, basically.
And bring a gift.
And yes, and bring a gift on top of that. So I want to talk about, first, marriages in general. Do we think that they are overrated at the moment? Like big weddings, instead of going to your local town hall, city hall,
The type of
and just
situation.
getting,
Yeah.
married? Or is it necessary to have a huge production
Of a wedding. Yeah.
for everybody to basically complain about the music,
Gossip.
about the food, and
Gossip about
Yeah,
how it's not going to
XYZ.
last anyway.
and that's another thing about how it's not going to last. And then
Yeah.
I mean, also too, I've seen a lot of times too where women have these huge bridal parties, and these pictures are for life.
They are. That's very true.
You're getting married. It's a milestone moment. And then you turn around and you have these people that you don't talk to anymore in your photos.
You're 20 stone lighter than you were.
Yeah.
You're 20 stone heavier, rather, than you were in that image because you dieted your whole life away in order to
Just
get into
to
that
get-
dress. Yeah. I don't know. My perspective is it's changed over the years. So when I was much younger, I was all for that whole big celebration. Because really, I'm not a person who does celebrations except for my birthday. We all know this.
Yeah.
So I'm not often celebrated except for my birthday. So that once in a lifetime thing, I always thought a big wedding would be great because that would most likely be one of the very few times that myself and whoever I assume I'm going to spend the rest of my life with is going to be celebrated. So when I was younger, I was like, yeah, a great big wedding. And now that I'm 3 kids deep, I'm just like, I don't even know about even bothering with all of that stuff because reality has really hit. People have got bills. People don't have a lot of time. I've noticed also everyone that you think is for you is secretly sometimes against you. So the smaller the tribe that's coming to celebrate your love, the better, because then you have less involvement with things like extended family, with just friends that are not rooting for you, all of those type of things. So if you just keep it nice, kosher, simple, private, nice, simple, little get together, yes, still celebrate it, have a nice little dinner, all of that stuff. For me, I think it makes sense. Am I going to be charging people for that? Unlikely, because it's going to be small, first of all. And what makes you, who are you? Who are you that makes you think that people should be paying to come to your wedding? It's just don't have a big wedding. It's a very weird concept to me. And I know it's not the norm. And sometimes we should break boundaries. I guess I could be the devil's advocate and say, actually, technically, if you go to someone's birthday dinner, right? If you're invited to someone's birthday dinner, you're likely to pay for your own dinner. right? And bring a gift.
Yes.
So why not at a wedding? What's the
crickets? No, I'm joking. I guess, I mean, I feel like it's different with the birthday, because I mean, if I'm going out to celebrate a birthday of someone close to me, depending on the setting or the scenario, because sometimes, okay, if somebody's throwing like a big birthday shindig, for the most part, they're covering all the costs themselves anyways.
Most likely.
Yeah.
If it's like
I feel
a
like
big
all of
whole
the friends
party
that
type
we've
thing.
had that have done
Yeah.
like birthday either parties or birthday like dinners, like a set dinner situation, they've covered
for it.
the costs. It's different if you're going out with, I mean, you know, a small selection of your friends most of the time, then we are covering the birthday person. I think in terms of a wedding, though, where you're asking people to pay and celebrate your union,
That's crazy.
and then, you know, there's always a lot of clause with the whole wedding thing too. A lot of people are like, oh, you can't bring a +1.
Oh, yeah.
No kids allowed. Like, you know, you have all of these rules, and then on top of that, you're
Wear
telling
beige.
me, yeah,
This
wear this
specific
color.
beige.
Yeah, exactly. This
Not
color
allowed
is
to
not
wear black.
allowed.
Yeah.
And then you're telling me I have to pay X amount of money to then attend. I think it's weird, because your birthday is your birthday every year. You know, you're
Oh, yeah,
celebrating
that's
the
true,
day of your
actually.
birth.
Yeah.
Your wedding has
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
to do with me. Did
Yeah,
I
that's
ask you
real.
to have a big wedding?
Did I ask you to even get married?
Yeah, did I? Exactly. Like, what does that have to do with me?
It's like the people that have destination weddings, and you know they ask people to pay obviously for their own flights.
Yeah.
Most likely they're on accommodation.
Yeah.
Unless they're part of like the bridal party.
Yeah, exactly,
Sometimes
yeah.
they do cover that. So it's really up to you whether you're going to pay all of that money. It's just very difficult for me to say that even like an acquaintance or a friend or someone at work, well, I'd have to pay a ticket to go, let's say, to the Maldives for a whole wedding. Unless I want to go to the Maldives as well in general, I don't think it's something that I would pay for. Have you gone to any destination weddings?
No. I mean, I've gone to weddings that were not where I live, but I would say that's mainly because I live here, and obviously most of my family
of course, exactly. Most of
live,
your family is away, yeah.
So
in
but
that
not
instance,
per se like, okay, they booked,
Ghana,
yeah,
for
and then the
instance.
wedding is there.
Yeah,
No,
exactly, and then
So,
you have to go there.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a weird one, and everyone like I said, these days there's so much more that we need to pay for with the cost of living and everything that's going on, that for me to ask people to pay, and let alone have a big wedding in general, is somewhat selfish, especially myself that I do have children. I'd rather just invest that money in my kids, unless of course the person that I'm going to marry is a baller. Then do what you want. If the baller wants a big wedding, I'll turn up.
Of course.
I'm not paying for it, but I'll turn up.
Of course.
For sure. And I'll look pretty and all of that stuff. But it's not something that I would say that I would pursue. And as of people who would charge for it, I'm saying if that's what you want to do, go off and charge for it. But no one's going to turn up.
No one is going to turn up. How do you feel about, you know, say I asked you to be part of my bridal party, and I made you pay for your... what is it? Ashwabi? Whatever. Your materials.
For outfit?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're my best friend. I'll pay for it. I have to.
If I wasn't your best friend.
It depends on where our friendship is lying. Because it also depends on how long I've known you.
Yeah.
And it depends on how much it is. Because you can't be charging me some crazy Lagos lace price for me to only wear it once. And then bear in mind, I would have to match with, I don't know, the father of my children.
Yeah.
I'd have to match with my children too. So I would be paying for all of us, because you're my friend technically. So I'm not going to make anyone else but him pay for it or anything like that. So yeah, there's a lot of mitigating circumstances with that one. First of all, how long have I known you? Where our friendship is at the moment, and also how much it actually costs.
Yeah.
Because some people are saying £500-600 for material these days, which is ludicrous. And then some people are charging obviously just the bare minimum, which is manageable for most people. So yeah, I would buy it depending on the friendship and the price points.
So then also that brings me back. Okay. I'm your best friend.
Yes, you sure are.
I know. I know that you have 3 kids.
Yes.
I know that life at the moment
is hard.
It's hard.
Okay.
It's very expensive.
No, right now. Right now it's soft.
Yeah, no, now it's soft life. But, you know, for the masses.
Exactly.
For the masses, we're inflation. It's, you know, the prices are high. I decided that, okay, I'm throwing this big ass wedding.
Sure.
Maybe it's a destination. Yeah, let it be a destination wedding, right? And now I am asking you to pay a lot of money for your fabric.
Yeah.
I'm asking you to at least put a down payment on your accommodation.
Right.
And your flights.
Right.
For you and your family.
Okay.
My wedding is in a year. I've given you.
You've given me a year.
I've given you a year to prostitute. Right?
To build up an OnlyFans
You
base.
tell me, you know, like basically, I'm really happy for you.
But
like, this is
costing.
This is costing.
I would most probably tell you that, look, you know, I'm extremely happy for you, but at the moment, you know my situation.
Yeah.
Like, we're really good friends anyway. You know my situation. So I can't afford the amount that's expected of me. However, this is, I believe, how much I'm willing to contribute.
Yeah.
And if there's any way, I don't know, maybe you can tie me over.
Yeah.
Any support I can get of any kind, I would appreciate it. And if you say, oh, hell no, it's up to you and you still gotta fuck it all by yourself, I'm only fansing. I'm prostituting. You're my best friend and it's your wedding.
So, but you don't, do you
it.
think people that do that though, do you think that they're selfish?
Yes.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but
I feel like that is very selfish.
It's extremely selfish because you're making someone go above their means in order to cater to your needs, which is extremely selfish. But at the stage that I am in life, I believe all of my friendships are destined for my life now. So even if it means that, okay, there might be some slight friction because I know I really can't do it and you insist, that's you. Yeah, we're getting to a point where if there's anything called unconditional friendship, that's where we're at. Yeah. So it's different for other people though. However,
I'll be telling you straight up, bitch, you're being selfish. Where's your husband?
You'd still come.
You got me fucked up.
What's crazy is you'd still come.
I'll still come, but somebody's giving some money.
Someone's giving something.
Somebody's bringing some coins from somewhere.
You have to obviously make it known that it's not ideal.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but they ain't no, that's your rider, that's your rider. You got to turn up.
For a couple hours.
Exactly, yeah. AMAX got to do
For
his
a couple
thing.
hours, it's diabolical.
You got to swipe. You got to clear pay. You got a Klarna. No. You got to do what you got to do in order for you to get there.
Well, you can put your flights on Klarna now, actually.
Yes, you can.
Shout out to Klarna.
Like I said, prostitution is also available. I advocate for all types of work, by the way. As long as you can get a side hustle. If you can build some sort of OnlyFans base, I don't know, the feet pics, that's when they'll come in handy. You got great feet. You got great feet. It'll come in handy.
Make your way
to that
wedding.
To that wedding. Yeah, we're too old to be Banny to be saying, "Oh, I ain't my friend again."
Gosh.
I don't want to be on I don't know, on a podcast like B Simone crying my eyes out, talking about how I miss my best friend.
You didn't
like
go,
just because
you didn't go to my wedding. You didn't go to my wedding.
just because I didn't want to pay the extra grand. Like I'm just too old for that. I don't want to put out a statement
You don't want to put
about
on
how
a statement.
sorry guys, there's no more allow it because of this, that, and the other. I just don't. I'm over that.
We'll have two new podcasts.
Exactly.
Allow it and then it.
Or allow and
Exactly.
it. So yeah, I've really honed all of my relationships now, and I've kind of passed that stage. If you had asked me maybe give it about 10 years ago, I would be in a different. It would be a different.
You wouldn't have been going to nobody's wedding.
I would be like, call it. I got no time for that. That's it. But like our children are brother and sister now. What are we gonna do?
Wow.
There's nothing we can do.
Don't worry. My kids will be at your wedding, not I. My kids will be there. They will be there ready. Hi, Auntie.
Of course, and your partner.
Our mom,
because
yeah.
he loves to show out.
Our mom sent us. They will be there.
Yeah, he loves to show out. He'll be like, I can afford that. That's
They
for
will
sure.
be
I don't know
there.
about her, but I can.
It's just it's troubling behavior.
Exactly. You'd be left at home. Talking about America and your friends being back home, there's the election situation that's happening there. So you don't really say what your thoughts are, really. You stay quiet, you stay humming. Meanwhile, of course, I'm strong. I'm strong on no Trump 2025. We don't want that guy back. We don't want to hear about him. We don't want to see him. And if it means that we have to take a couple of L's here and there, right? And this is as a community, as extended people
community.
of color outside of the United States of America.
What is it? Family and Friends of America.
Exactly. We wish the very best for you. And I understand that certain times the position or the person that is in line for the position might not be the very best. But was it a case of picking the lesser devil,
the
lesser of two evils? And then, of course, people are talking about the debate that happened last night. Yeah, you said you saw a couple of clips.
I saw some clips. It was very comical.
Comical is the word.
It was very funny.
Yeah, exactly.
My biggest thing is this thing about immigrants eating animals. Which is very, very strange.
There's a lot that has been said about us over the years. Cannibalism and eating animals and all of that stuff is not one of them. We take jobs. I get it. We rape their women. They say we we take up space in schools. We're uneducated.
Yes.
Exactly. All we are as cleaners and street sweepers. I've heard that before, but hearing that immigrants eat animals, in what context was that?
I don't know.
Saying
it was very
that? Because of course we do. We eat cows.
Yeah, no, he's
Chickens.
talking about cats and dogs.
Oh, right.
And he said it with his chest.
Oh,
like,
of course,
yeah.
I bet.
He said,
I bet with his whole entire
this woman
chest.
said she saw an immigrant eating her cat, or her cat was, I don't even know. It was just very weird.
That guy is just...
I had to run it back because I was confused.
You said, what in the...
I said cats and dogs.
Passport.
Yeah. And Haitians. I was like, how come the Haitians get into
How
it?
did the Haitians get involved? The Haitians are just sitting back there like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Shout out to Greg, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? So confused.
That is very random. He is very out there with his comments, and I don't know where they really come from in that head. I did, however, watch the speech from the wifey when she was saying how traumatic it was when there was the attempt on his life, which I don't
the
believe
AI
actually,
video.
exactly. I don't believe that ever happened. By the way, all of that was tomato sauce in his ear.
Tomato.
Exactly. That didn't exist. That didn't happen. But yeah, I'm all for her. I'm all for women. I'm all for black women. I'm all for women of color, for educated women who are being supported. And fingers crossed. You never know. She might be the one that makes a difference.
I don't know. After last night's debate, I'm not a Trump supporter.
Mm-hmm.
Let me put that out there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, after last night's debate, I feel like it did not end well for him at all. Mm. I wish he touched more on when she called him out for the fact that him nor his father wanted to rent apartments to people of color, to black people specifically, since, there's this big push to get that black vote. And a lot of black people do think that Trump is for them. And I'm like, historically, he's not for black people. But
and he's
okay.
getting all sorts of random people really to advocate and push for him. People like Amber Rose, of all the people, Kodak Black. He's getting all sorts of rappers trying to get involved
course,
there. It's
'cause
not
he's
really
pardoned
people that are influenced. Like,
I think
I'm
if he pardons Thugger, he may be in line. He may be her
that
next
president. free Thug, by the
Free
way.
Thug,
Yeah,
right?
free Thug. But yeah, I don't think the people that he's paying off to speak on behalf are really people that will actually influence the American black vote. Well, from my perspective, I wouldn't know about what's actually happening there. Like I said,
I think Trump is an entertainer.
he's
there
entertainer.
to entertain.
Yeah, he's literally an entertainer.
Yeah.
For sure. He can't sing, he can't dance, but he entertains.
But I would say he's the American dream. He's someone that has proven that you can be whatever you want
I guess
in
for
America.
for the rednecks, yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
You know, they most likely think that he's some sort of inspiration or aspired type of character, which is
with no experience,
yeah.
no nothing. You can be the president of the free world.
Of the free world, indeed. Yeah, president of the free world, indeed. But yeah, that's what's happening over there, over the pond. But of course, you heard as well that another innocent young black man was gunned down in his car while he was somewhat awake, somewhat asleep. He was asleep. Then they woke him up and then they shot him dead. R.I.P. to Justin Robinson. Black Lives Matter all day, every day. It's a shame that we continue talking about this anyway, in general, to be honest. Yeah. So we just have to put it out there because, of course, those are the movements we support day in, day out. And if you don't, click out.
Exactly.
Click out. Black Lives Matter all the time, every time. Free Thug.
Free Thug.
Free Yeezy.
Free.
Free Palestine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. But thank you everybody for tuning in on another episode of Allow It. Yeah.
Thank you.
When we come back, when you see us again, we're going to be not as fresh as we look today after a weekend of such named debauchery.
Oh my gosh.
Again.
After just being tired.
Exactly, and doing 1-2-step as a dance at the weekend. But peace and love, stay safe out here in these streets, people.
Yes.
My name is Dee.
I am Lish.
And this has been
Allow It. Bye.